Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to encrypt any of your data absolutely free, and it's going to be really secure and unhackable. So to get started, we're going to be using a free piece of open source software called TrueCrypt. And if you just head over to the website truecrypt.org or just click on the link in the description, you can head over to this website. And there's a list of all the main features of it down here. And this one is the one that we're mainly going to be using, creating a virtual encrypted disk within a file and mounted as a real disk. Now let me just explain what this means. If you imagine you create a file that just looks like a normal file, but if you use TrueCrypt and essentially open this file or mount it, it will use it as your computer will think that it's essentially like a USB drive that's been plugged in. Then you can open this file and see all the contents inside it, but all of this is encrypted with a strong password. So if you didn't quite understand that, it doesn't matter, you'll see in just a minute. But yeah, just get started and we'll head over to the downloads, and you can, just get rid of this, and you can download the latest version here. I've already got it, but as you can see it's for Windows, Mac and Linux, so it's available for all systems, and it works fine on all of them. So once you've got it for your operating system, just open up the program and we can continue from there. So now, as you can see, it's a relatively simple starting screen. So just to get started, press Create Volume, and we've got a few options here of how we want to encrypt our data. We've got an encrypted file container, which I was describing earlier. Encrypt a non-system partition or drive, so that's like a external hard disk or a USB stick. Or you can encrypt your entire C drive if you want. I've never done this before, but all of them pretty much work in the same way, as in you create a password and it encrypts all of the data. But just for this video, I'll be using the first one. Once you understand how to do this, you should have no problem doing any of the other options. As you can see, we've got a couple more options, and you've got a standard TrueCrypt volume and a hidden TrueCrypt volume. They both do the same thing, but the hidden TrueCrypt volume, as you can see, it has a bit of information about it. It does everything that the standard TrueCrypt volume does, but you create a second password that won't reveal all of your data, just a selected piece of it, so that if for some reason you had to absolutely reveal the password, then it doesn't matter, you just give the second password and no one will know the difference. It says on the website it gives you plausible deniability. There's no way to prove which password you've given them. You set them up in exactly the same way. You just create a second password when you do the hidden TrueCrypt volume. Just for this video I'll do the standard one, but like I said, once you've watched the video you'll be able to figure out how to do the other one, no problem. But yeah, I'm just going to hit next, and this is where you're going to select where to create the file. So I'm just going to create it in my home folder, and I'll just call it Encrypt. And I wouldn't normally recommend you calling it something like Encrypt. It might, give it away a bit about what it is, but just for the sake of this video I'll call it Encrypt. Press Save, and then Next. Now this is where you select how big you want the file to be. And it can be as small or big as you like, as long as you have enough space on your computer. So just for this video I'm going to create it 500 megabytes big, and just press Next. Now this is where we're going to create a password. Now it's recommended that you create a really strong one, but just for the sake of a video I'm just going to create a password called test123. And like I said, I really wouldn't recommend creating a password like this. It could be guessed quite easily, but just for the sake of this, I'll create a password called test123. And if you have a really long password and want to check that they're the same, you can press display password, but not really necessary for this. So we can press Next, and it has came up with a warning saying that it's easy to crack using brute force techniques, which just means someone can try every possibility until you get the correct password. You wouldn't have a problem with this with a very strong password, but with this you might. But as you know, this is just for a video, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to continue. Now this is quite a cool way of how it encrypts it. It has to create a random pool or random key. So if you and it does this by the position of the mouse. So as you can see, if you move around the mouse, it keeps regenerating the key, and the more you move your mouse around the window, the more random it's going to be and the more secure it will be. So you can do this for as long as you like, but I'm just going to press format, and in just a few seconds this will be done. I did this with a good few gigabytes, and it still did it with less than a minute, so it's really efficient software, doesn't take very long. So yeah, as you can see, it says the TrueCrypt volume has been successfully created. So now we're near enough done. So I'm just going to press exit. Now what we have to do is select where we want to mount it. So like I said, it will mount it like a USB drive or a hard drive. And I'm sure, as you know, in Windows, for example, your main system partition is called the C drive. And you can mount the TrueCrypt volume as any letter you want, so from G through to Z. So just for this video I'm going to mount it as M, and then you select the file that we created. So just look for it here, we've got Encrypt, press open, then you just press mount, and this will mount it as the M drive. So we enter our password, test123, and just press OK. So now we've created our drive. As you can see, it's 499 meg, so the 1 meg will just be for any encryption data and things like that. But now we can go to our start menu, go to the computer, and as you can see we have local disk M, and if we double click that, we've got an empty folder. But I created a folder earlier called, where is it? Called important files, and all it's got is a text document in it. But if you imagine that you have a load of important data in here, I'm just going to copy this over to this TrueCrypt volume. And now we can go back to the computer, open TrueCrypt again, and press dismount. This will now remove it will dismount the file from the system. So now, as you can see, drive M has gone, so we can't click on it and open it. And if we go back to the encryption file here, Windows can't open it, it can't do anything with it, and all anyone will see is a 500 meg file. So I hope you enjoyed this video on how to encrypt all of your data. It's really simple to do and can be really effective to keep any of your private information private. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like the video, it will help other people to see it, and give me some feedback. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next video.